this music.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard. Line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Down. Check out the wolf. 52 right here. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
They'll run on first down. Melton. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him. Play that tight D. Don't let him breathe, defense.
Second and 9 now. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to have a third down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. "34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
57's the Mike. Watch 57. Hey, watch your leg. Go, fellas. Here we go. Go.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's second and 18. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Defenses always have a goal of holding a runner under 100 yards. Well, he went over 150 last week, won NFC Player of the Week award honors. And guess what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has. He sees holes that maybe don't exist.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything? The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Buying time to his left. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And his pass incomplete. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. Well, it can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense, everybody wants a piece of that pie. Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Now on 2nd and 13, Garoppolo in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Play action. Garoppolo. That one complete to Elliott. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They run with Taylor. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. 1st and 10 at the 19. They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He finds Taylor, complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They're going to look to throw. The quick slant caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick.
I saw that shit. He wasn't getting that on me, baby.
You throw one in the red zone.
He was not getting that on me.
Maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Let's get this ball back to the 11. Check 3. 80 Weston. Hey, dude.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. The run for Pollard. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard.
21. 2.
Garoppolo. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Here we go. Wait, 80. 65. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. He'll let this go for the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. John Ross, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0.
Bears, nothing.
Joseph now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Through the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
51, Mike 51. Watch the screen.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
51's the mic. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Go. Mike 51. Mike 51.
They'll set up to throw. Got an open man. That's Campbell. A gain of 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. The give to Taylor. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Chicago. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. He'll field this at the 5. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I got you. 11.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And he's going to get this all the way up to the 30-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Bravo.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Here we go.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. On second down, it's Pollard. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
58, 58. Hey, Charlie. Switch it. 12, fellas. Here we go. Hey, check 24. Lock.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he connects with Ebron. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 43.
Here we go.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
65. Hey, gun. Smooth. Tighten up. Alex!
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. And he is the NFC rating Offensive Player of the Week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab it.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Ebron's got it. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
Here we go. 180. Check pass. Check.
Garoppolo on first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's got room. 25 yards that time.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to the back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? Now here's Pollard. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. The kick by Joseph is good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
We've got this at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. 2nd and 14. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
It's now 3rd down and 14.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll throw now on the final play. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Strong left, strong left, strong left. 4 down.
Powerful running. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And White. Check. 21.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know in the half they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Now here's Ross. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Coming to you, coming to you. 26. Hey, Delta.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Being chased out left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here we go, here we go. Like 20. 11. Watch the slip, watch the slip. 57's Mike. Hey, Mike 7. Kill these traps, let's go. 57's the Mike, watch 57. Hey, I'm coming up. 21. Here we go. Mike 57.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Taylor. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
It's our time. 56, the mark, boys. 56. Check 56. Get this one more. Kill.
They'll drop the throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. 1st down, and it's Pollard again. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Still going. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. He was able to escape momentarily in the backfield, but you could just kind of tell that wasn't going anywhere.
You know, in the film session, he'll get a minus for not getting him on the ground by himself. But what the coach is really going to analyze, how fast did his teammates get there to help him? If one guy slows him up, everyone else better be there, and that's what they got on that play.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo. Ebron caught left side.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
12. Hey, Haywood.
To throw is Garoppolo. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And, it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Check 30, ready, weapon. Watch safety 3, watch safety 3.
2nd and 4. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Tight, watch well. Tight, watch well.
Wait. Boy.
Hey, Mike, 52. Mike 52.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown!
I do not know why he thought I was running the ball right there. He's smoking crack, bro.
His second
definitely
touchdown
passing.
on the season. And the interception by the Vikings
crazy.
leads to a touchdown.
He's not thinking correctly right there.
Right
In that situation, you left my tight end wide the fuck open. Your safety's supposed to stay right there.
Kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter.
That's a bad read by him. I don't know why he was reading run for some reason on that.
Joseph
It looked
now
like
to
run,
kick
but
this
I
one
wasn't
away.
running run. One thing I've learned in football, with your safeties, you always go back, not forward. That's people make that mistake a lot. Not trying to coach nobody, but that's a big rule that everybody should know. Never move your safeties forward. Always go
the
back.
Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here.
Oh!
As you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the
I don't
next
know why
one.
they have that
Throwing
in the
on
game.
first
I
down,
can't,
but
like,
this one
it's like,
winds
bro,
up to
I
be
can
incomplete.
pick that shit. Let me pick that shit. That shit is terrible.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at the 40.
Come get some. Come on here. Come on.
They'll start on the ground with Lynch. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 46-yard line.
I'm going back to you.
2nd and 5. He finds Taylor, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
Ball going deep here for Taylor. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. It's a foot race. The 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That's ugly, but let's
They've been suffocating
go.
all game long on defense.
Stop playing with me.
Suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by
Yeah,
out-athleting them,
lit,
which is
boy.
often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them until the
That
punch
was
each and every
crazy.
time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this run.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
56 the mic, boys. 56. Henry, you're not ready.
Back to throw here. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Mike 51, Mike 51. All right, here we go. Let's go, D, let's go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. And they'll give to Lynch out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
The Bears on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. He's picked off near his own 48, and they take possession 2 yards away from mid. Field at the 48-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Use the mic. It's been a long day for you. Kill.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Let's go. Check 4 to the hut.
Gonna run again here with Pollard. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well.
Well, partner, if we had their entire playbook in front of us, I'm not sure we would have picked out that play as the one to run in that situation. How about the guts of the offensive coordinator? Dialing that one up into great success.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Switch.
They'll run with Pollard. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. Something looked weird there up front. The offensive linemen, it looks like they weren't on the same page.
Yeah, every play design has a huge element of trust that everyone's going to do their job. But if one person doesn't and you have a breakdown, everything goes to rubble.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And they will not get a chance to return. This one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, wahoo!
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Get it.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Now a desperate. He's got a man. Complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bears cut into that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now down to 20.
Next to score, Vikings 27, Bears 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Short kick. One of the up men will take it now. A little juke. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
Here we go.
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. And look at this, the punt team is out there. Somebody better give them the memo that it's 2nd down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Well, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to.
Wide open, complete. Touchdown, Chicago. Harris Campbell, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bears get a bit closer. Extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts this lead down to 13.
Vikings 27, Bears 14. Michael Dixon set to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10.
And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. And we've seen it all now. It's a fake. And he is not going to get the first, but remember, it was only first down, so a bit of an odd play, and it results in second down. I got to tell you, absolutely no clue what just happened there, none. But I do know it's now second down after the fake. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, you know, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win 7 at home and split our road games. That's what you're trying to get done. So you're exactly right. A road win, precious, especially within the division.
So for the Vikings, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago,